Hello everyone, hope you all are doing good. So let's start solving today's problem. So today's problem is about odd even problem. Now let's see how to solve this. So here it states that you are given with a string s and all the characters in this string are lowercase characters. Now you are asked here to count x. When to count x? When the frequency of the characters in this string, when the frequency of the characters in this string and the position of the character in English alphabet is even, then increment the count of x, and if this does not happens, then if the frequency of the character and the position of the character in the English alphabet is odd, then count y. At last what you will do, at last find the summation of x plus y, and if this summation is divisible by 2, that is if it is even, then return even, and if it is not even, then return odd. So let's see how to solve this problem. So we will move forward in the way the question has instructed us to do. So at first, let's count x. So to count x, we need to find out the frequency of each character here. So let's find out the frequency. To find out the frequency, what we will do? We will simply make use of an unordered map here. So if you count the frequency of the characters in the string, you will get the frequency of A as 1. A is appearing one time in the string. How many times B is appearing? It is appearing 3 times. And how many times C is appearing? It is appearing 2 times. So the frequency of the character A is 1, of the character B is 3, of the character C is 2. Okay, so we have found the frequency. Now let's find out the position of this character in the string, in the English alphabets. So you know that in English alphabet, A appears, okay, so it is in lowercase, all the characters are in lowercase. So you know that A appears at first position in the English alphabet. Similarly, B appears in the second position in English alphabets, C appears at the third position, D appears at fourth position. Similarly, all the characters have a position. At last, Z appears at 26th position in the English alphabet. So there are 26 alphabets. So all the characters have a position. A appears at first position, B at second, C as third, and so on. Z appears at 26th position. Now we need to find out the position of A. What is the position of A here? The position of A is 1. So write the position of A as 1. What is the position of B? It is 2. So write the position of B as 2. What is the position of C? It is 3 here. So write the position of C as 3. Now what? Now you will see whether the frequency and the position of the character is even or odd. Okay, so let's see. Frequency is odd, my position is also odd. That means we will increment y. So now my y is incremented, so this y becomes 1 now. Now 3 is odd, 2 is even, but here the condition is only when my frequency is even and my position is even, then only increment count. And there's also a condition when my frequency is odd and my position is also odd, then increment your y count. So here my frequency is odd but my position is even, so these condition does not apply, so we won't count this. Similarly here, frequency is 2, my position is 3. So this also is never counted in neither in x nor in y. Okay. So my x and y will only be incremented. My x will be incremented only and only when my frequency and position both are even, and my y will be incremented only and only when my frequency and position is odd. So here my frequency and position was odd, that's why I've incremented my y here. Okay, so now my x was initially 0 since we did not increment the count of x. So my x remains 0 here. Now what is the count of y? It is the count of y is 1. So now you need to do what? Now you need to find the summation of x plus y. So x plus y gives you 1. So 1 is even or odd. It is odd. So at last you will return the output as odd. Here also you can see that the output is odd. So we are getting correct answer. Okay. So now you are here getting the frequency using map. Now how to get the position here? You need to calculate the position also, isn't it? So to calculate the position, what we will do, we will use ASCII values. Okay. So let's see. Every character has an ASCII value. A will have, B will have, C will have. So let's see what is the ASCII value of A here. The ASCII value of A is 97. So my ASCII value of A is 97. And my what is, let's find out ASCII value of B. ASCII value of B is 98. ASCII value of B is 98. Okay. Now what is the ASCII value of C? ASCII value of C here is 99. ASCII value of C here is 99. Okay, but here the ASCII values are 97, 98, 99. But here the position of A is 1. How to get the position as 1? What we are going to do? We will simply subtract this ASCII value of A with 96. Then we will get our answer. We will get the position of the alphabet as 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you subtract this, 97 minus 96 gives you 1. Similarly, 98 minus 96 gives you 2. 99 minus 96 gives you what? It gives you 3. So from here you can see that here also A is at first position. You are from here getting 1 by subtracting with your ASCII value. Similarly for B also you are getting 2. Here also B is appearing at second position. You are getting C as 3. Here also C is appearing at third position. So simply subtract this 96 with your ASCII value. You will get your desired position. So this was all about it. You have now know. So you need to calculate x and y using these things. If your frequency and position is even, increment your x. If your frequency and position is odd, increment your y. At last, do the summation, and if it comes out to be odd, output as odd. If it comes out to be even, output as even. Now let's see how to implement the code. So at first, we were counting up the frequency. We were here counting up the frequency. To count the frequency, we need to use a map. So let's use unordered map. We will pass our character and this int will store our frequency. So MP. Now so this will store the frequency of each characters. Now let's initialize the count of x to 0 and y to 0. Now what? Now we will calculate the frequency and position of each character. So my character is stored in the at first. So I will get it by doing it.first. Similarly, I will get the my frequency is stored here. So to get the frequency, I will do it.second. Now what to do? Now I have calculated the frequency. Now I need to calculate the position of the character. So let's name it as pause. So to calculate the position, what we were doing? We were finding out the ASCII value of the characters minus we were doing 96. So let's do the same thing. ASCII value of CH minus 96. You will get your position from here. Now what? At last, we were checking out if the frequency and the position is even, then increment your x. Let's do this first. If your frequency is even and your position is even, increment your x. Else, if your frequency is odd and your position is odd, then increment your y. That's what we were doing here. Okay, so this is how you calculate the whether it is odd or even. So if it is divisible by 2, it is even. If it is not, then it is odd. So at last, you were summing it up. So int sum equals to x plus y. If my sum is divisible by 2, then that means it is even. In that case, return even. Else, if this does not happen, then that means my sum is odd. In that case, return odd. So let's compile and run. Okay, it should give a wrong answer. Okay, so let's compile and run now. So we are getting correct output. Now let's submit. Okay, so the problem has been solved successfully. Do subscribe the channel to get more such coins popping up on your screen. Today's current streak is 5 days. So I will be maintaining the streak from now on. So if you want to do the same and conquer DSA with me, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like and share this with your friends. Thanks a lot for watching. I will see you guys again.